What is up, everybody? If you're new to this channel, thank you so much for checking it out. Please do not hesitate to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and of course leave a comment. Should you do just that, will immediately qualify you for a giveaway I'll be doing. Stay tuned to the end for the rest of those details. One quick disclaimer before we dive in. There may be a few spoilers in this review, so proceed with caution. You have been warned. Okay, so I saw Aquaman last night and I was absolutely blown away. The King of Atlantis himself, Jason Momoa, surely did not disappoint anybody in his very first solo outing. The very first point I would like to focus on is the very beginning of the film. I thought it was a genius way to begin the film by starting out with the relationship between Arthur Curry's parents. Arthur Curry's mother, Atlanta, washes up on shore fleeing from an arranged marriage, and surely enough, his father finds her. I found it very funny how, when she woke up after her injuries were tended to, she was very scared of the surface world, and I thought that was a very funny and interesting dynamic to start out the film. Surely enough, the film fast forwards a few years with the couple falling in love and eventually giving birth to Arthur Curry himself. Once he is around 3 or 4 years old, the Atlanteans bust down the house and try to arrest Atlanta, claiming that she needs to return back to Atlantis. And in order to protect her family, she does exactly that, but swears she will return to Arthur and his father. To wrap up my first point, I thought this was a very creative way to begin the film, and it amplifies the significance between his parents' relationship. Now let's fast forward 28 years later to where Arthur is fully grown and Jason Momoa is Aquaman. I really have to give credit to Amber Heard. I thought she did an incredible job as Mera, and the chemistry between Jason Momoa and her character Mera was incredible in my opinion. Personally, I thought her character was just as significant as Aquaman, seeming that she saved him in quite a few desperate situations throughout the film, such as when he was fighting to the death with his brother, Ocean Master. Another major point I'd like to focus on is the cinematography throughout the film. I thought it was absolutely breathtaking. It literally gave me goosebumps. The color was incredible, and I thought it was a genius way to portray Atlantis. Another very interesting dynamic of the film was the evolution of the Atlanteans, such as certain groups of them evolved into different forms. The different kingdoms had different denominations of Atlanteans that formed differently due to evolution. The trench people looked very grotesque and just horrific, while the maned Atlanteans looked somewhat human. There was also a really interesting fish humanoid group of individuals, which I thought was a really unique and original dynamic they added to the film. Props to James Wan and his creative team. You may agree or disagree, but I have one small criticism for the Aquaman film, and that happens to be the villains. Coming from a comic book standpoint, they were fairly authentic to the source material, but for a casual moviegoer, the development of the villains was somewhat confusing. When it comes to Black Manta, it makes sense that he's angry at Aquaman for not saving his father during that incident, but it never really explains the relationship and how it originated between Ocean Master and Black Manta himself. When it comes to Ocean Master, this is where my main criticism primarily falls into. Now, in all fairness, the film did explain why Ocean Master was angry at the surface world and at Arthur Curry, but there was really no dialogue in between them. In my opinion, it would have benefited the film to have had flashback scenes between Arthur and Ocean Master where they had a little bit of a relationship before everything unfolded when they became older, but that's just my opinion. While we're on the topic of villains, I thought the post-credit scene was really incredible. The reporter that basically hit the nail on the head talking about the Atlanteans and their existence finds Black Manta and is intrigued by the technology. Essentially, the post-credit scene was building up to a potential sequel, and Black Manta is still very angry at Arthur Curry for murdering his father, so I'm really interested to see what the sequel has in store for us. Well, this is the brief review of the Aquaman film. I give it a 9.2 out of 10 stars. I thought the film was unique and different and really added to the superhero genre. This is honestly something that's never been done before. If you made it this far, let's now dive into the giveaway details. I will be giving away your choice of an Aquaman poster or a Venom poster. And like I previously stated, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe to my channel, and of course leave a comment. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time.